right, very good. So welcome to our November Coffee with the Principal meeting and Title I meeting. We're very happy to see you this morning. We want to say thank you to our parents for all the support, everything you do at home. Your engagement in our school community makes a big impact on your students' achievement. So thank you so much.
Ok, padres, bienvenidos a nuestra junta de café con la directora de noviembre. Hoy también se llevará a cabo una breve junta con información sobre título 1. Gracias por acompañarnos esta mañana y gracias por todo su apoyo.
All right, this here is the mission of our school. So we always bring this up because we strive to provide our students with an amazing education here at Rucker.
Aquí está la misión de nuestra escuela. Nos esforzamos por proporcionar a nuestros estudiantes una excelente educación.
This is our agenda for today's meeting. So we have a lot to cover with all of you. And then at the end of our presentation, we do have guests. We'll have Mr. Thomas from the FACE department in HISD. And then we also have Mr. Salinas from the Harris Center.
Ok, aquí está la agenda, como pueden ver, con los temas que se van a discutir el día de hoy. Al final de esta presentación tenemos algunos invitados del distrito, el señor Tomás y el señor Salinas del Harris Center.
All right, we wanted to remind everyone who all the members of our leadership team are. Please note that we have had one change. Our student information representative, our registrar, Ms. Ruiz, Linda Ruiz, she's now become our administrative assistant. And then aside from her, we have, of course, myself. I'm Eileen Puente, the proud principal here at Rucker. Laura Gonzalez is our assistant principal. Brittany Corporu, teacher specialist. Lysandria Nagbe, instructional specialist. Ida Manning, counselor. Jessica Almaguer, who's assisting me today with translation, is our reading interventionist. And Casey Brown is our special ed chair.
Ok, aquí está nuestro equipo de liderazgo de la escuela. Todos estamos aquí para apoyar a ustedes y a nuestros estudiantes. Queremos informarles que nuestra representante de información estudiantil, Linda Ruiz, esto ha sido un cambio reciente, ahora toma el puesto como nuestra asistente administrativa. Aquí vemos a nuestra directora, Eileen Puente, a nuestra asistente, Laura González, a nuestra maestra especialista, Brittany Corporu, a nuestra especialista instruccional, Ms. Nagbe, a nuestra consejera, Ida Manning, a su servidora, Jessica Almaguer, la intervencionista de lectura, el maestro de educación especial, Casey Brown, y nuestra asistente administrativa, Linda Ruiz.
All right, please be reminded that in HISD, we currently have our MyOn Read to Succeed challenge. It's open now through March 31st. At the end of the challenge, we will have virtual and in-person recognitions for the top readers across grade levels, schools, offices, and the entire district. And here at Rucker, we're continuing to reward our weekly top readers. This month, we're offering bikes to the top boy and the top girl. So we want you to please help your child develop a love of reading and good reading habits for success by using MyOn each day. And we will continue with our campus prizes.
Ok, recuerden que nuestro distrito actualmente tiene una competencia de MyOn que está en efecto ahora hasta el 31 de marzo. Al final de la competencia habrán reconocimientos virtuales y en persona de los mejores lectores en todos los grados, escuelas, oficinas escolares y en todo el distrito. Continuaremos recompensando a nuestros mejores lectores semanalmente, como lo hemos estado haciendo. Este mes estamos ofreciendo bicicletas al niño y niña con más minutos leídos. Por favor, ayuden a sus estudiantes a desarrollar el amor por la lectura y crear hábitos para el éxito leyendo con MyOn. También tendremos premios de parte de la escuela, en adición.
All right, so these directions have been posted on Class Dojo, and this is how students can log on to MyOn. So our students do not go to myon.com. Our students can go to clever.com or houstonisd.org/hub. Students will need their ID number, which can be found on their report cards, and also will need their birth dates. Of course, here at school, we're happy to provide you with that ID number and the way that the birthday is formatted. So feel free to reach out to the teacher, to myself, or to the front office so we can help ensure that your child can get logged on at home, and they are able to use phones and tablets as well as computers.
Ok, aquí podemos ver instrucciones de cómo ingresar a Mayan, cómo conectarse. Así es como los estudiantes pueden ingresar. Entonces puede ir a clever.com o houstonisd.org/hub. Ok, los estudiantes para poder ingresar necesitan su número de identificación. Ese se puede encontrar en sus calificaciones y su fecha de nacimiento. Si tiene alguna pregunta de cómo ingresar, ya sea que necesite el número de identificación o cómo entrar la fecha de nacimiento, creo que son los 8 dígitos. Si tiene algún problema, alguna pregunta, puede llamar a la oficina o mandar un mensaje directamente a la directora.
All right. And then we are celebrating because last week during our district principals meeting, we were awarded the 3rd place trophy out of more than 50 schools for having the most Mayan minutes. And here on the screen, you will see our top readers from last week. Congratulations to them. We had Adrian F., Emmanuel M., Elian T., Abel P., Andres G., Sophia A., and Ludine L. And so we are continuing to recognize our top students each week, and students will be able to take a picture with the trophy.
Ok. La semana pasada, durante la reunión de directores del distrito, nos otorgaron el trofeo de 3er lugar de 50 escuelas por tener en la mayor cantidad de minutos. Los niños que ven en la pantalla son los mejores lectores de la semana pasada. Felicidades a ellos. Continuaremos anunciando nuestros mejores lectores cada lunes basado en los minutos de la semana anterior. Los estudiantes podrán recibir un trofeo. Okay, aquí vemos los de la semana. Es Adrián F., Emanuel M., Elian T., Abel P., Andrés G., Sofía A. y Ludín L. Felicidades a ellos.
All right, so this graphic shows more information about what happens when our students read and why we keep on pushing the reading and encouraging students to read. So the first one in green shows an example of student A who reads 20 minutes per day. This student would actually be exposed to 1,800,000 words per year and would score on the 90th percentile on standardized tests. So that means, like, for example, with the STAR test, they would score better than 90% of everyone else who takes the test. Another example would be student B, who reads only 5 minutes per day. That student would be exposed to 282,000 words per year and would score better than about half of the other students who take the test. And then a third student, for example, in yellow, student C, who reads only 1 minute each day, would read only 8,000 words per year and would score better than only 10% of the other students who take the test. So the amount of reading that students do is directly tied to their student achievement in all subject areas. So that's why we continue to promote and encourage students to read as much as possible. And we appreciate you for supporting this at home.
Ok, este gráfico que ven aquí nos proporciona más información sobre lo que sucede cuando las personas leen, los estudiantes en este caso. El gráfico muestra el número de minutos leídos por día, como ve, estudiante A, B y C. También indica el número de minutos acumulados por año y el por medio de palabras aprendidas. Entonces, el gráfico también muestra cómo las personas que leen más obtienen grados más altos en exámenes estatales, ¿verdad? El estudiante A, la calificación es 90%, estudiante B, 50%, C, el 10%. Entonces, como pueden ver, el leer es muy importante y, ¿verdad? Un estudiante que lee diariamente, pues tiende a rendir mejor académicamente.
All right, these are 2 other resources that students have access to in HISD. So we highly encourage the use also of Imagine Math and Imagine Language and Literacy.
Ok, estos son otros dos recursos digitales que los estudiantes pueden usar y que pueden encontrar en Clever, Imagine Math y Language and Literacy, ok, y así es como se ven cuando ellos ingresan a Clever.
All right, and our school is pleased to continue to offer academic UIL participation this year. Our coaches are Ms. Hampton, formerly known as Ms. DeSalle, Ms. Manca, and Ms. Trejo. They have already started their practices. We want to say congratulations and thank you to our members. If you have a 2nd through 5th grade student who is interested in joining, you can email or call Ms. Hampton. And if your child has already joined, please encourage him or her to stay for those regular practices so we can do very well and our students can earn trophies and medals throughout the year.
Ok, continuamos a nuestra participación académica en UIL este año. Las maestras apoyando este programa son las maestras Hampton, Manca y Trejo. Las prácticas ya han comenzado. Felicidades a nuestros miembros, a los niños que ya están participando. Si tiene un estudiante de 2º grado a 5º grado que está interesado en unirse a este equipo, envíe un correo electrónico o llame a la maestra Hampton. Y si su hijo ya está participando, por favor, anímelo a quedarse a las prácticas.
We are also celebrating our November Teacher and Employee of the Month. So our November Teacher of the Month is Ms. Delperding, our 2nd and 3rd grade Reading and Language Arts teacher. And our Employee of the Month is Ms. Reyes, our ECSE, formerly known as PALS, teaching assistant. Congratulations to these 2 ladies.
Okay, aquí vemos a nuestra maestra y empleada del mes. Nuestra maestra del mes es Ms. Delperding, maestra de 2º y 3er grado de lectura. Y a Ms. Reyes, a nuestra maestra asistente. Felicidades a ellas.
Here are some important dates of upcoming events. The 2nd report card is coming out next Friday, November 19th. And then we have 1 week for Thanksgiving break, which will be November 22nd through the 26th. So we would like your assistance in ensuring that students are present every day before and after that break.
Ok, aquí están las fechas importantes de los próximos eventos. Ok, las segundas calificaciones se enviarán a casa el 19 de noviembre. Ok, nos queda una semana para las vacaciones de Acción de Gracias que se llevarán a cabo el 22 al 26 de noviembre. Por favor, asegúrese de que sus estudiantes asistan a la escuela hasta entonces. Y claro, que asistan diariamente al igual cuando regresemos.
All right, as of now, our attendance rate is only 90%, but our goal for this year is to have 98% attendance. It is very important that our students are in school each and every day so that they can continue to learn, unless of course they are sick. In addition, we have lost funding to our school due to attendance. We have lost more than $48,000 so far this school year due to student absences. So please continue to support us by sending your child to school each day unless he or she is sick.
Ok, a partir de ahora el porcentaje de nuestra asistencia está en el 90%, ok, y nuestra meta es el 98% este año. Es importante que los estudiantes estén en la escuela todos los días para que puedan continuar aprendiendo, al menos que por supuesto estén enfermos. A causa de esto hemos perdido más de $48,000 en fondos escolares debido a las ausencias de los estudiantes. Así que les pedimos de favor que nos apoyen con esto, ¿verdad? Que traigan a sus niños todos los días, bueno, al menos que ellos estén enfermos, ¿verdad?
All right, we have started our attendance by class recognition. Every day that a class has perfect attendance, meaning every student is at school or on TOL, they get to color in a letter of the word participation. And the first class to complete the entire word participation is going to earn a special treat.
Ok, aquí pueden ver a los estudiantes para motivarlos a asistir todos los días a la escuela. Cada día que su clase, que todos los niños en su salón están presentes, un estudiante viene y colorea una letra de la palabra participación. Y la clase que primero termine de colorear todas las letras tendrán un premio. Okay. Okay, así que puede tener esas conversaciones con sus estudiantes cuando, ¿verdad? En las mañanas no quieran venir a la escuela, que no estén enfermos, pero que no tienen ganas de venir a la escuela. Es una manera de motivarlos, ¿verdad?
All right, and then we're also celebrating these students on this list who've been in school every day so far this year. We want to give them a huge shout out to them and also to the parents. Thank you for encouraging your child to attend school every day.
Ok, aquí vemos todos los nombres de los estudiantes con asistencia perfecta hasta ahora. Ok, felicidades a ellos, ¿verdad? Esto no es fácil. Y también, claro, felicidades a los papás, ¿verdad? Que nos ayudan con esto. Gracias.
These are more reasons why attendance is so important. So the main reason is that your child could suffer academically if they have too many absences. And it doesn't matter, if the absences are excused or unexcused, that is important. However, anytime that they're missing from school can impact them academically. And this matters as early as kindergarten or even pre-K. And so we recommend that you help to set a regular routine at home for bedtime and in the morning so students are fresh and get plenty of sleep and ready to come to school with everything prepared. And if you can, try to schedule any medical or dental appointments after school or during those holiday breaks. That way they don't have to be pulled out of school early. Thank you again for supporting this.
Ok, aquí hay más razones por qué la asistencia es tan importante. Ok, sabemos que, ¿verdad? Los niños que no están en la escuela, pues esto nos afecta académicamente, ya sea que la ausencia sea con excusa o sin excusa, como quiera los niños no están aquí, ¿verdad? Entonces no están aquí para recibir pues su instrucción. Aquí hay algunas recomendaciones, ¿verdad? Acostar a los niños temprano, otra cosa también que menciona la directora es que si tienen citas médicas y se pueden hacer, ¿verdad? Al final del día para que así no se pierdan, ¿verdad? Todo el día, ¿verdad? Porque a veces, ¿verdad? Dicen, tengo una cita y se toman el día, ¿verdad? Pero hacer la cita ya, ¿verdad? Al final del día para que ellos no se pierdan, ¿verdad? Mucho de ese día académico, ¿ok? Gracias por su apoyo con eso.
All right, we also have some updates to the HISD policy regarding quarantine and isolation to share with you. So a student who tests positive for COVID must still isolate for 10 days and can return to school on the 11th day if the student is fever-free and the other symptoms have improved. Now, a student with any of those other symptoms of COVID should stay home but can get tested right away. And if the COVID test is negative, then he or she can return to school as long as there's no fever and the symptoms have improved. Now, if an unvaccinated and a close contact of someone who tests positive, they must stay home and wait until 5 days to test and can return on day 8 if the test is negative and if they are fever-free. So this means that students who have that one symptom of COVID, perhaps they have a cough, they have a runny nose, some congestion, they no longer need to stay home for 10 full days. They can go ahead and get tested right away. And as long as the test is negative, they're fever-free and they no longer have the symptoms or the symptoms have improved, they can return back to school. Any questions about this, you're welcome to contact us here in the front office and we'll be happy to explain and to support this.
Ok, estas son las actualizaciones de la póliza de HISD sobre COVID. Una de ellas es si el estudiante da positivo, debe aislarse durante 10 días y puede regresar el día 11 si no tiene fiebre y sus síntomas han mejorado. Un estudiante con síntomas debe de quedarse en casa y hacerse la prueba de COVID. Si la prueba de COVID es negativa, puede regresar si no tiene fiebre y sus síntomas han mejorado. Okay. Si no está vacunado o tiene contacto cercano con alguien que da positivo, debe quedarse en casa y esperar 5 días para hacerse la prueba. Puede regresar el día 8 si no tiene fiebre. También la directora agregó que si los niños que a veces tienen tos y traen runny nose, que entonces ya no tienen que permanecer esos 10 días en casa. Si se hacen la prueba de COVID y muestran negativo, pueden regresar a la escuela.
And the district continues to offer temporary online learning or TOL for students who are unable to attend school for multiple days due to illness. And parents who want to enroll students in this can go to houstonisd.org/home and then click on submit a request, and the corresponding grade level for us would be pre-K through 5. We can also support enrollment if you please contact the school. Please note that it takes about 24 hours for enrollment to take place. Then we will contact you when the device is ready for pickup. And students must log into TOL for at least 4 hours each day in order for them to receive their attendance credit.
Okay, los estudiantes que no pueden asistir a la escuela durante varios días debido a una enfermedad son elegibles para inscribirse en TOL. Se invita a los padres a inscribirlos en www.houstonisd.org /HOME y haciendo clic en enviar una solicitud y el nivel del grado, ¿ok? También podemos apoyar con esta inscripción aquí en la escuela si usted se comunica con nosotros, ¿verdad? Nosotros le podemos asistir con eso. Tenga en cuenta que la inscripción tarda 24 horas en tomar efecto y nosotros nos comunicaremos con ustedes cuando el iPad o laptop esté listo para ser recogido, ¿ok? Para así que su niño o niña se pueda conectar. Los estudiantes deben conectarse y mantenerse activos por lo menos 4 horas por día para recibir crédito de asistencia.
All right, and now that the vaccine has been approved, there are going to be some opportunities in HISD for students age 5 and up to receive a vaccine. One example is tomorrow, November 13th, from 9 to 1 at Park Place Elementary, which is very close to Rucker. The address is on the screen, and they will be offering that vaccine for students who are 5 and older tomorrow between 9 and 1. So if the vaccine is something that you are interested in for your child, we highly encourage you to attend this opportunity.
Okay, como la vacuna ya ha sido aprobada, okay, ya la están ofreciendo. La primera es este sábado en Park Place Elementary, que está muy cerca de nuestra escuela. Es mañana de 9 a 1. Así que si usted ha estado pensando en la vacuna, ¿verdad? Pues ya la están ofreciendo. Si quiere tomar ventaja de esta oportunidad, se está ofreciendo a los estudiantes de 5 años de edad y mayor.
All right. Also, we have these student data sheets that have been sent home with our 5th graders and will be sent home with our other students to let you know how your child is currently performing. So please keep a lookout for this information and feel free to contact the teachers to schedule a conference to get more information about understanding this sheet.
Okay. Este reporte se enviará a casa para informarles cómo se está desempeñando su hijo o su hija actualmente, ¿ok? Así que busque por este reporte y si quiere o tiene preguntas sobre él y quiere más detalles, puede contactar al maestro o maestra de su hija para que así le pueda explicar lo que vemos aquí en el reporte.
All right, these are the very important STAR testing dates for grades 3, 4, and 5 in the spring. We would love for you to take a picture of this slide or to write these dates down to ensure that we are well prepared for the tests and that we don't have anything scheduled, no doctor's appointments or trips out of town on these dates. So our 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders will take STAR on May 10th and 11th, and 5th grade will also take STAR on May 12th.
Okay, estas son las fechas importantes de las pruebas STAR para los grados de 3º a 5º grado y se llevarán a cabo en la primavera. Si gusta tomar una foto en este momento, puede hacerlo. Estas fechas son importantes. Los estudiantes deben de estar presentes estos días. Por favor, de no planificar nada en estos días tan importantes y estar bien preparados para las pruebas, ¿ok? 3er grado, como vemos, tomará STAR mayo 10 y 11. Ahí están las materias. Grado 4 igual, en los mismos días. Y 5º grado igual, nada más que es un día agregado por la materia de ciencias. Ellos toman una STAR Science, entonces eso se llevará a cabo el día 12 de mayo.
right, in order to prepare our students as best as we can for STAR, the district does have different opportunities for students to take practice tests. So they've already taken Snapshot 1, so teachers should have been able to give you results for Snapshot 1, or you're welcome to call to inquire about how they did. This would be the next round. So we have this coming up December 7th, 8th, and 9th for our students in grades 1st through 5th. And these are the different subjects that they will be taking for the DLA. If you could please assist us again in making sure that students are here every day up until the test so they can learn as much as possible and throughout the test. We really appreciate your support.
Ok, nos preparamos para estar teniendo algunas evaluaciones de prácticas importantes. Ok, ya tuvimos una, Snapshot 1, entonces las maestras ya tienen las calificaciones, los resultados de esos exámenes, así que si usted no ha sido informada, puede contactar a su maestra para recibir esa información. Por favor, guarde estas fechas. Estas pruebas son muy importantes porque permiten a los profesores saber qué los estudiantes han aprendido bien y qué son las destrezas que todavía los estudiantes necesitan practicar. Puede tomar una foto de esto si gusta también.
All right, these are some of the different supports that we are offering here at Rucker. So we have tutorials. We're also starting boot camp, Camp Spark, during our winter and spring breaks. The first session will be December 20th through 21st. So we will be sending letters soon to invite some of our students. Please stay tuned for more information.
Ok, y estas son algunas maneras en que estamos apoyando a nuestros estudiantes, ¿verdad? Para prepararlos para estos exámenes. Lo que se está ofreciendo ahora son las tutorías, el Academic Bootcamp, Camp Spark, que se va a ofrecer durante nuestro descanso de invierno y también de primavera. Okay, nuestra primera sesión será diciembre 20 al 21, así que si su estudiante ha sido invitado, usted va a ver algo en su folder, así que esté atento por esto. Y pronto estaremos empezando, después de las vacaciones de invierno, estaremos empezando nuestras tutorías de los sábados.
All right, after school tutorials have begun. So we have tutorials from 3:15 to 4:15, and we're asking for parents to pick students up promptly at 4:15. If your child is enrolled in tutorials, please make sure that he or she shows up each day for those tutorials. And if your child is not enrolled in tutorials, but you are interested in that, you can contact your child's teacher or the front office.
Ok, y ya han comenzado las tutorías después de escuela, como muchos de ustedes ya saben. El horario de los estudiantes es de 3:15 a 4:15. Por favor, asegúrese de que alguien los recoja puntualmente a las 4:15. Si su hijo está inscrito en las tutorías, por favor, asegúrese de que estén presentes los días que se le han asignado. Es muy importante.
All right, and we are continuing to enroll. We're always looking forward to welcoming new families to Rucker. So if you have any friends, family members, or neighbors who are looking for an opportunity to join our school, please have them contact our registrar, Ms. Juarez. Her email address is there, and you can contact her at the front office number as well. And any students who are currently attending Rucker, especially our pre-K students that are not zoned here, they will need to apply for next school year to continue here at Rucker. So that application can be done at hisdchoice.com. And of course, we're here to help you with that, and we can help you to complete that if you just give us a call.
Okay, todavía estamos registrando estudiantes, así que si conoce, si tiene amigos, familiares, conocidos, vecinos, que estén buscando una escuela, pues aquí estamos nosotros a sus órdenes. Puede contactar a la señora Juárez para registraciones. Los estudiantes que no pertenecen a esta zona, que no pertenecen a Rucker, especialmente los niños de pre-K, necesitarán aplicar nuevamente a este sitio web para poder inscribirse para el próximo año.
All right, and we are currently selling Spirit shirts online, which our students can wear to school. So you can visit this website by next Friday, November 19th, in order to order your shirts. The shirts will be shipped straight to the school, and then we will give them out here on campus. So the website is there. Feel free to order. They have youth sizes as well as adults if you're interested too.
Ok, actualmente estamos vendiendo camisetas. Aquí las pueden ver en la pantalla que los estudiantes pueden usar durante la semana, ¿ok? Así que pueden visitar este sitio web para ordenar. Por favor, haga su orden antes del 19 de noviembre, que es el próximo viernes. Las camisetas se enviarán directamente a la escuela y de aquí las vamos a distribuir. Venden para los niños, igual para tallas de adultos, si usted gusta una igual.
All right, we also wanted to remind all of our parents of our student cell phone policy. So this is found in our parent handbook. Students do not need their cell phones here at school. They are not allowed to use them while they're here on campus. If they have any needs or they need to contact you, of course, we have phones in order to reach you. So we recommend that cell phones are left at home. However, if your child is bringing a cell phone, he or she must keep it inside of his or her backpack and turned off throughout the school day. The first time that a student uses his or her phone during the school day or the phone is taken out and made visible, that student will receive a warning. The second time that the phone is out or used at school, the student and the phone will be sent to an administrator here in the front office, and the parent must come in for a conference and pay $15 in order to retrieve the phone. So please support us in helping us to maintain the focus of what we're doing here at school on instruction and on learning, and keep those items at home or remind your students to keep them inside of their backpacks.
Queremos recordarle a los padres nuestra póliza de teléfonos celulares para estudiantes, ¿ok? Los estudiantes no necesitan teléfonos celulares en la escuela y no se les permite usarlos mientras están en la escuela, claro, para que se puedan enfocar en la instrucción, ¿verdad? Recomendamos que los celulares pues se dejen en la casa si es posible. Si su hijo trae un celular o su hija trae un celular a la escuela, debe guardarlo en la mochila durante todo el día escolar, ¿ok? La primera vez que se use o se haga visible ese teléfono, los estudiantes reciben una advertencia verbal. La segunda vez, el estudiante tendrá una conferencia con algún administrador y tendrá que entregar su teléfono. De eso sigue que el padre venga a una conferencia y pague $15 para recuperar el teléfono. Queremos que nos apoye teniendo conversaciones con sus hijos, ¿verdad? Y esto ya aplica más a los niños de los grados altos, que a la escuela venimos a enfocarnos en aprender, ¿verdad? Entonces, si es posible dejar esos teléfonos en casa, pues que así sea, y si los van a traer, pues que sigan los reglamentos y la póliza.
All right. As many of you know, at some point in the near future, I'll be leaving campus for a short time to have my first baby. So I just wanted to make sure everyone is aware of that. But I am confident that your children will be well cared for by our amazing teachers and our outstanding leadership team while I'm out. Our school support officer, Dr. Covarrubia, he will also keep a close watch on our campus to make sure that you all are supported and everything is going well. I want to encourage you to have your child continue to come to school every single day for the entire school day from 7:30 to 3 to read on Mayan and to complete Imagine Math and language and do his or her homework every single day. I look forward to my return and seeing all of the academic progress that each of your child will have made. And should you have any questions or concerns during my absence, please know that everyone else who is on the screen here is here to support you as well. So you can contact all the members of the leadership team at the same number, 713-845-7467, and their individual email addresses are here, as well as they are reachable on Class Dojo. So thank you for your support.
Ok, como muchos de ustedes ya saben, en algún momento, en un futuro muy cercano, nuestra directora tomará un tiempo fuera de la escuela para tener su primer bebé. Ella asegura de que sus hijos serán bien atendidos por nuestros increíbles maestros y nuestro excelente equipo de liderazgo. También va a estar con nosotros apoyándonos nuestro oficial de apoyo del distrito escolar, el doctor Covarrubias. Él también va a vigilar de cerca nuestra escuela y nos va a apoyar a nosotros igual que a ustedes. Así que anime, Ms. Puente les pide por favor que anime a sus hijos a continuar asistiendo a la escuela diariamente, todos los días de 7:30 a 3 de la tarde, a leer en Mayan, completar Imagine Math y Language y hacer todas sus tareas todos los días. Ella espera con muchas ganas su regreso y poder ver todo el progreso académico que cada uno de los estudiantes ha hecho cuando ella regrese. Si tiene alguna pregunta, inquietud durante su ausencia, no duden en comunicarse con los miembros del equipo de liderazgo por teléfono al mismo número 713-845-7467. También se puede comunicar con nosotros a través de Class Dojo o por correo electrónico. Así que si gusta tomar una foto de esto también y puede hacerlo en este momento. No se preocupen, sus niños están en buenas manos.
All right, next we have some slides regarding Title I. So here on the screen, you can see the definition of Title I. This is a government grant that we receive in order to fund our school due to high numbers or high percentages of children from low-income families.
Ok, el programa Título 1 es un programa que califican las escuelas que tienen familias con bajos recursos. Aquí está la definición.
Okay, and the purpose of the Title I Part A program is to ensure that all children meet challenging state academic standards regardless of their economic status.
Ok, aquí nos explica el propósito del programa, es que el programa asegura que todos los estudiantes reciban instrucción académica no basado en su estatus económico.
These supplemental federal funds can be used to accelerate instruction for struggling students, provide professional development or training for teachers, paraprofessionals and administrators, hire certified personnel, provide additional resources, and to encourage parent, family, and community involvement.
Ok, los fondos que nos proporcionan a través de Título 1 se usan para directamente para los estudiantes, ¿verdad? Para materiales, para entrenar a maestras, para proporcionar recursos para la escuela en sí y también para involucrar a la comunidad y a los padres en la escuela. Okay. Así es como se usan esos fondos.
And at Rucker, more specifically, this is how we use our Title I funding. We use it for professional development or training, for our intervention staff, for extra duty pay for our teachers to conduct tutorials, and for instructional technology.
Okay. Ahora estas son las razones, las cosas específicas por las cuales nosotros usamos esos fondos, que es para desarrollo profesional de los maestros, también para las tutorías, aquí es donde se pagan las tutorías, y también para proveer tecnología para los estudiantes y los maestros.
Research has proven that students whose parents are involved in their child's education have greater success in school, and so the money supports activities that focus on parental and family involvement.
Ok, dicen aquí que la participación de los padres está basada en el rendimiento de los estudiantes. Así que los padres que están envueltos en la educación de sus hijos tienden a rendir mejor en la escuela.
Parents will be receiving regular communication from the school about Title I, and on the screen you will see some examples of that notification.
Ok, también como requerimiento de Título 1 se requiere que los padres sean informados por la escuela en diferentes ocasiones, y aquí puede ver las diferentes ocasiones. Creo que ya han mandado hasta cartas a la casa sobre tu Título 1, en la junta de hoy es otra. Así que estemos constantemente comunicándoles sobre lo que estamos haciendo con los fondos.
These are the requirements of abiding by Title I. And so we will have Title I parent meetings and also parent and family engagement surveys throughout the year.
Ok, durante el año también se requiere que tengamos juntas con los padres, como estamos haciendo el día de hoy, y también que hagamos encuestas. Okay, so en algún momento puede que reciba usted una encuesta sobre y que venga directamente de Título 1.
All right, and we will also be sharing the federal report card so that parents are aware of the performance of our campus. We will send the letter home with the link, and we will make the copy available in the front office. If you have any questions about Title I, you can contact our instructional specialist, Ms. Nagbe. She is our Title I contact. The phone number of the school is on the screen, as well as her email address.
Okay. También se le va a estar enviando un reporte federal donde indica cómo los estudiantes están rindiendo en la escuela. Okay. Se le va a mandar una carta a la casa con un link y también vamos a tener una copia disponible en la oficina. Si usted tiene alguna pregunta sobre título 1, esta es nuestra persona de contacto, la señora Nagbe, ella es la encargada de este programa.
All right, at this time we are getting ready to transition to our two guest speakers. So first we will have Mr. Thomas. He's joining us from the Family and Community Engagement Department in HISD. And then we will have Mr. Salinas from the Harris Center. So we invite you to continue to stay for these two wonderful presentations. And we'll want to remind you, parents, to please complete the attendance link, which is in the chat. Otherwise, we're downloading the attendance report so that we can recognize those who were here today. We really appreciate you for being here and giving us your support this Friday morning.
Ok, muchas gracias, padres y madres. Ahora vamos a tener a nuestros invitados. Van a presentar, les recomendamos pues que se queden el resto de la junta. Ms. Puente ha puesto el link para la asistencia en el chat para así darle crédito a sus estudiantes por ustedes haber asistido el día de hoy. Muchas gracias.
All right, Mr. Thomas, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and then we can get started.
Perfect. Thank you.
Alrighty. So good morning, everyone. Once again, thank you all so much for having me present to you all this morning. My name is Malcolm Thomas, and I'm a Family and Community Engagement Specialist in HISD. And today I'll be presenting a short presentation titled Math 123, Understanding Today's Math. So the norms for this presentation just would be to stay engaged. Try your best to keep your microphone muted, just to refrain from any distractions that may be in the background. Number 3, refrain from mentioning sensitive student and staff information. And then lastly, number 4, write your comments and or questions at any time in the chat space, and I'll do my best to get those questions answered at the end of the presentation. I do also want to mention that I will be providing a copy of this presentation in both English and Spanish. I'll send it over to Ms. Puente just in case you all needed to refer back to any of the tips or anything that I mentioned in this morning's presentation. So the expected outcomes for Math 123 is we hope by the end of the presentation you feel a little bit more comfortable with math. We hope that you identify your knowledge in math, help your child succeed in math, and lastly, be open for new ways to understand math. So let's start off with some research about math. So research shows that when students are under time pressure, they become stressed and their memory becomes blocked and they're unable to access math facts that they may know. So developing critical thinking skills predicts math and reading leaders, later school success, high school graduates, and improves the quality of children's early mathematics performance. So it's important to develop those good critical thinking skills. So how do you all feel about math? And when we typically ask this question, you know, the answer could be different, right? So depending on your answer, you could be sending the wrong message to your kids. So I'm sure many of you have heard before people say, I'm not a math person. Math is not me. I'm not much of a math person. But have you heard anyone ever say that I'm not a reading person? I don't think I have. So this happens because more people do not feel comfortable with math specifically. So now we're going to talk about, what can we do? What are some ways that we can make ourselves more comfortable with math? So what can we do to feel more comfortable with math? We can recognize our math anxiety, which is our anxiety towards math. And our anxiety when it comes to math can also be transferred to our kids. So, and some of the things that comes up when we talk about our anxiety with math is the fact that we may say that we didn't learn the way they're currently learning today. Or we may say, what are they talking about? This is not how I learned this in the past. So it's very important to talk about math and be open-minded. So ask your children to show you how their teacher explained it to them. Excuse me. And more importantly as well, know the new math vocabulary that is used throughout today's time. So some benefits for your children when it comes to math. It increases confidence and achievement. So the more you talk about math, the more secure your kid will feel about math. Then your child will start taking risk. They'll start taking risk to work with math. And lastly, it'll increase their overall achievement when it comes to math. And some other benefits, it can lead them to eventually, when they get into middle school, or when they get into more specifically high school, they're able to sign up for those advanced placement classes when it comes to math. So sometimes we don't realize that we use math more often than we think. Math is everywhere. And guess what? We use it every day. Whether we know it or not, we use it every day. So some of the activities that involve math that we might be using daily are when it comes to time, when it comes to money, when it comes to cooking in regards to measurements, when it comes to driving, and also when it comes to temperature. These are different ways that we use math daily, and we may not realize it. So how can we help our children succeed in math? It's important to have a positive attitude towards math, like we mentioned earlier, right? So having a positive attitude towards math can open the door for children to have an interest in math. Therefore, success is easier to achieve, and it will reduce their math anxiety. Also, having a parent-teacher conference. Ask the teacher, what is your child learning and how they're learning it. Ask for different math vocabulary to better help you understand. And inquire for ways that you can help master those skills. Use math at home every day. You can build a house with cardboard boxes, and your kids can incorporate different skills like measurement and counting. Or when you go to the grocery store, have your kids estimate and find numbers and count. Also, while you're at home, saving money and making a budget for groceries. That can also help your kids learn just the little fine details when it comes to math. As well as we mentioned earlier, also baking or cooking. It's a great opportunity to use measurement and temperature. Also, motivate your children. Making a connection to everyday life when it comes to math can kind of motivate them to care more about math. You can even let them have a math journal at home and help them visualize their math thinking and learn which strategies will work best. Also, be patient. Encourage your children to participate in after-school math clubs, or even if it's not after school, have them participate in things outside of school that may involve math, activities that can build their math skills. Sneak learning opportunities in through toys and puzzles. So, things that kids may find fun and interesting. Find some different ways to sneak math in there so they're continuously learning. Infuse math into your cultural experience. And then lastly, make math fun. You can find it everywhere. So focus on having your kids with more than memorizing math. Understanding the concepts will help them lead to, a better ability and will help them lead to higher achievements. So, number sense, helping your child's success with math. The foundation for all higher level mathematics is number sense. So students using number sense are more likely to have higher academic performance, and it enables important brain connections and memorization as well. Students show a lower academic performance compared to those who learn through strategies. So it's important to be open when it comes to new ways to solve math. So you may hear someone say, or you may not have heard this, but my child is learning the same way I did. Is that true or false? It is completely false. So this is the main reason that we as parents need to be open for new ways of doing math. So I'm just going to put this little example on the screen and just show that it can be solved in two different ways, right? So it's 67 times 52. And this is just an example just to show that there's many different ways to solve problems in math. So it's important to be